Hello and welcome for this introduction and this little chat about the 40 days magic IDoMe challenge that I'm proposing starting September 6th, 2021. So in a few weeks. So I am Oceanie and I will be your guide, your coach, your motivating voice, and your teacher as well. So what it is about IDoMe? This challenge is to offer you a space during 40 days to really reconnect with your inner space, to really reconnect with yourself, what you want, how you want to be in your social life, so setting your own boundaries, creating a self-care discipline for yourself. So why I'm going to take different aspects of the challenge to explain to you why I do me is important. So the importance of creating a self-sustainable self-care discipline. We can call it a self-love discipline as well. I like calling it the self-care sustainable discipline. So self-care is not something you do just sometimes. Self-care is something it's constantly. You're constantly at every moment caring for yourself. It's like self-love. You're constantly at every moment loving yourself. But we're living with many people. So loving oneself or self-care is not only being with oneself alone in our magic cave, doing massage, for example. Self-care is being able to care for oneself while being in the everyday activities, while being in the busyness of our life, while being in the social life. We may think that loving me and caring for me is not including the other people, and that's not at all what I'm talking about. For me, when I'm able to care for myself and create this space of self-love and self-care with myself, it actually gives me more strength and more capacity to care for other people. Because when we're able to create that space for oneself, we are able to hold the space for someone else. So when I do me, I allow the other person to do itself too. And then from this place, we can create our moments together. So that's what I mean by self-care and self-love. It's a discipline. I'm going to teach you how to create a sustainable discipline. By sustainable, I mean no matter the condition and the situation, you are able to practice self-care for yourself when needed. Because sometimes we need to recenter, sometimes we need to just clarify our head, sometimes we just need to breathe and to okay, quiet, I need to recenter ground. So these little things are needed to take times for oneself. So it's learning how to adapt how we feel with the situation, knowing that life is happening. So I'm going to guide you to create your self-care no matter the circumstances. So we're going to keep it simple and practical. I get all this knowledge and experience for my many years traveling and adapting to many situations, and not only traveling in foreign countries. When I was younger and already in France, I'm always traveling in someone's home and sleeping there and trying this food and meeting this person. We're constantly traveling into different realities, into different homes, each time you meet someone, you're traveling into a space, you are with this person. You're traveling, that's how I see it, I'm traveling into a shop. This is not my space. I need to follow some rules that are not mine, but it doesn't mean that I forget me. So that's exactly what we're going to work on, how to be in social life without forgetting ourselves, how to keep strong, how to deal with our emotions, how to keep clear no matter the circumstances. And this starts by creating little times for ourselves. And here we're going to talk about this dimension of time and space, because we're busy. I know we're busy, and great, we are busy. It's life. There are many activities. So busyness is not something to be seen as pressuring or oppressing or stressing. We are constantly, I'm busy breathing, you know. I'm busy living. I'm busy being me and experiencing my life. And we are social beings. Thanks life for this social dimension and meeting other people. It's extraordinary to have this ability to meet someone else that's completely different than us. And there are many that can be also very overwhelming. So here in this challenge we will address that, how to deal with the overwhelm that can be the social medias, or the overwhelm of the social, not only media, but the social physical life. So boundaries, how to create our own boundaries and how to set boundaries for our social life and how we interact with other people. So we're going to talk a lot about and redesign a lot our communication skills. That's where I like calling it's my inner communication. How do I communicate with myself? Really, by working on that, it will strengthen our way to communicate with other people and be more clear about our boundaries. And boundaries, be careful. Boundaries is not pushing the people out or protecting ourselves from oppression or I don't know what. Boundaries is just, this is my space, this is me, and I express me. And from that, I am able to listen to you expressing you and allow you to have your own space. So we're going to really work and clarify and lighten up all that is maybe, how do you call some people call it the fear of missing out. Let me find the terms and expression we may use in social life. Or, this social pressure. Oh, I have to do that. I need to go there. Oh, I said I committed to that. So we're going to really work simply and practically to create a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing every situation and every commitment we have. Because life happens, and even when we're very tired, we can still have energy to do things. So you will learn how to deal with your emotions, how to deal with overwhelm, how to deal with your energy levels, and also that means to not be completely empty or completely over. To really learn how to cycle, because emotions are cycles, we're cycling, and to deal with that and manage your time and your space depending on that. And this is a lot coming from our mentality, our thinking. So you're going to gain focus and clarity, because life is so much nicer when we're clear and focused. And it's okay to be dispersed. So we'll learn about that. And there is wind. You might hear the wind in the sound. Life happens. So we're going to work on that. I have a list of things. There's so many things to talk about. I wrote, accepting to be the center of your life. Yes, how do you receive that? I am the center of my own life. So we're going to work on that too. Accepting that I am me and I am the center of my own life. Everything I see is from my point of view. Even if I look at other people's point of view, it's still from me. And being the center of my life doesn't mean that I don't include other people and I push them away and they're not worth it. Not at all. If I receive my own worth, if I accept that I deserve to be my own center, my own superstar in my life, I allow that for other people. Again, what I do for myself then will be shared with other people. What I give to myself, I am able to give to other people. So if I create a magic self-discipline that can adapt to every circumstances, well, I sustain my energy levels and it allows me to support other people with great power, because even when I'm super tired, I'm actually have energy to support other people. It's just I'm going to do it from a place that is super tired, and it's okay. So my list. Ta-ta-da! Yes, and I like train yourself to adapt with love and compassion. Yeah. So we're going to work on love, compassion, acceptance, forgiveness, all those beautiful words that we may want in our life. We're going to integrate all of it, because I'm into integration. It's practical and it's simple. We're not going to think things. We're going to make them happen. So this is going to happen by little practices to do every day. And I'm going to guide you every day on that. It's not about pushing yourself. I'm not here to push you, and I'm here to actually tell yourself to not push yourself and to find other way to do for yourself, because everything is possible. And I know now you might think, I don't have time, or I have to commit, blah, 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 blah. We have blah 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 beams, you have things. And I know September is back to school for a lot of you. Is actually back to work, back to school, if you have kids, after the holidays as well, back to regular routine life. I know that, and that's exactly why I did the challenge here, because in the moments where you feel you're the busiest, I promise you can find time, space for yourself, and you can create a new way to deal with the busyness of your life and all the activities. And what a better time than the beginning of the year to do that. So then you sustain yourself. So the commitment of the challenge, you commit to yourself for 40 days. This is a self-challenge. I am not here to push you, to tell you what to do. I'm going to give you guidance. I'm going to give you teaching. I'm going to motivate you. I'm going to be here answering your question. I'm going to be here reflecting on what's happening. But this is your choice to take it. And this is your choice to what you do with it. Okay? You commit with yourself. It's I do me. I don't do what OC tells me. I do me. Commit. I offer every Monday evening, 8 p.m. So that will be for like CET time, Central European time. So this is to check in your country, but in different country you can access the masterclass, the Monday masterclass. So this again is not mandatory. We're not in primary school where you have to go to the class, but this is cool. Like, in your life, you actually went to study, you committed to some class time, to some study time, to learn new things. And that's exactly what it is. Monday, it's masterclass. So this will be teaching. We will practice things together as well. It's not it will be a bit of sharing, but it's not meant to be too much sharing. If not, it could be too dispersing. It's really a masterclass. We do the masterclass with a little bit of question and answer. So that's going to be talking, because I like talking, and practicing. Again, we're integrating, we're being practical. It's not only blah, blah, blah. We're doing it. So the masterclass is integrating the new teaching straight away, so you know how to do, and then you'll practice on your own timing every day. I propose as well a main chat, the channel of transmission, which is only me. So that's the chat where you're going to get the motivation, the everything I transmit. Knowing that this chat, I will be almost every day, but not every day, because me too, I take time off online too. Creating boundaries and discipline applies to me too. We're doing that. So again, it's not mandatory to go every day in it, but when you need a spark, when you need motivation, when you need an impulse, when you need an answer to this overthinking, you just go and you'll get your answer, and I'm going to guide you all along. I will also post little surprises, and this I'm not going to tell you what they are because they're surprises. There's also going to be a main chat for everyone participating to the challenge. This chat, again, is not mandatory. You do you. I just propose this space for the people that want to do themselves, motivated by the group. So it's a chat to share your own experience, to share what you want, and also your questions. When you have questions, you share them in this chat, and I will answer them in the channel of transmission. So every question will be answered. Well, I will do my best to answer every question, but they will be answered in the channel of transmission. So even if you're not constantly looking at the main chat for the group, you'll get all the infos in the channel of transmission. I propose also little chat for the ones that want. Chat with just a few people to go deeper and share your own experience, because in the main chat we can't all do that. It's just going to be just way too much. And we don't want to do the too much. We want to do just perfect balance. So I'm offering as well little groups where sometimes, I will ask a few questions to go deeper, to share about something, and that's where you can really share in those groups. Yes. And there will be, so the first Monday, the 6th of September, is the first Zoom. And then at the end of the 40 days, it's a Friday, October. It's written on the website. There will be the celebration. And we'll have regular celebration of ourselves. Sometime I will create little Zooms for question answer when I feel it's needed as well. So nothing is fixated. We just have a little structure to allow us to expand. That's what discipline is. Discipline is a little structure that can adapt. You know, like the train track. The train track moves. It goes up the mountain, down the mountain, on the side of the mountain. It goes under the sea. It goes on top of the sea. So it's this train track we're creating for ourselves, so we can expand from that and we can keep our direction and keep going forward in our life, but feeling centered, feeling connected with our own selves. I do me, you do you, and then we co-create together. So that's my invitation for this challenge. I'm very excited about. Habits, how to change habits. So if actually this challenge is great for you too, if you think you're busy and you don't have time, this is a challenge for you. If you have difficulties to commit, this is the challenge for you. And also, if there is something you've been thinking, I'd like to do it more, like a little practice you want to include in your life, something you haven't done for some time, or a habit you want to change as well, this is a great space for it. Because when we changing habit, for example, you want to stop consuming something, it's when you want to stop consuming something, great, you stop, but it's about opening your way to do something instead. So I will bring you all little practices to bring in your life to change the habits. Because if you did, I stop, you're a bit close like that. That's how I feel. I stopped doing that. Great. So what do I do now? So it's not I stop, it's I change my habit of doing that into doing something new. So that's what I'm proposing. Thank you for receiving all these informations. Well, I hope you'll join the challenge. It's going to be fun. It's going to be light. It's going to be really creating something new in your life. And you'll learn and you'll take with you so much, because we're going to practice, and it's going to be simple and practical, because that's how I like things. And that's how life is easier actually, when we keep simple and practical. I love you, and hopefully see you in the challenge. Ciao!